Something is whispering to you, and hear the words, slow down. That's what it is. The words are slow down, but the question is, are you quiet enough to listen? Will you pause to listen? How do you do that when we are living in a day of intense busyness? So busy that we're not even productive. Let's talk about it from the topic, rest or rust, how to slow down to accelerate. We're going to talk about it today, right here on In the Mix. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a living witness, no doubt about it, that you cannot burn the candle at both ends. Just can't do it. Do it for a little while, but after a while, you gonna get burned. And one of those things is this: you have to find a time for rest. If you don't rest, you're gonna rust. You're gonna do that. When the world is celebrating busyness, when it's celebrating, being a person who is all about 0 to 100, real quick lifestyle, slowing down is a sacred act of remembering how to mute the noise around you so you can hear the voice within you, how to pause, how to mute the noise. And one of the things I realize, one of the things I have to mention is this, and that is rest is restoration. I know we don't hear that little to none, if at all. Rest is restoration. Don't allow life to just get you into a place of a rat race to where they make you feel as if you're lazy because you took a time to pause, because you took a reprieve, because you took some time to rest. Rest is for restoration. Rest is also for recovery. Rest moves you into recovery and restoration, but it also moves you into a place of recreation. Because the better that you think, the better decisions that you will make. The better you think, the more decisive you'll be. The better that you think, the more streamlined your success will be. The better that you think, the more your ideas can become impact, influence, increase, and ultimately income. Rest is for your restoration. Rest is not laziness. Rest is stillness. And so it renews your spirit. And we need more than just physical rest. We need sensory rest. We need spiritual rest. We need sometimes relational rest, right? We need a rest for wellness. There are various forms of rest that we need that go beyond just laying our head on our pillow. Because a lot of us, yes, you're getting sleep, but you're not getting rest. And for many of us, we're not getting the proper rest that we need, because when it's time to lay our head on our pillow, we're thinking about all the things that we didn't do. We're thinking about all the things that need to be done. And so here it is. It's like your computer that has so many tabs that are open. You got to shut the tabs. Maybe sometimes you have to write down what it is that you're grateful for. Maybe sometimes you just need to write down before you go to bed what you need to do for the next day, so that it's not remaining in your head. You put it on paper, and now you're able to hit your head on the pillow. You're able to just relax. Here's some words that we don't hear enough of, but we need to hear more of. One of those words is pause. Another one of those words is breathe. Another one of those words is listen. Pause, breathe, listen. Why? So you can connect and reconnect to the rhythm of your soul. Reconnect to the rhythm of life. Reconnect to the rhythmic beauty of life. Because so many of us, listen, you just living on autopilot. You won't even stop and smell the roses. And here's the thing, maybe this show is not just for you, maybe it's also for me too. Oh yeah, I'm on the grind, I'm moving 0 to 100 real quick, getting things done, very ambitious, all of that. But I have to make sure that I even tell myself many times, hey, bro, pump the brakes so that I can make sure that I'm moving into a place of recovery and restoration so that I can think clearly. As a communicator, you have to be able to think clearly, you have to be able to process, you have to be able to ponder, you have to be able to pause. And you cannot do any of that unless you pause. So number one, once again, rest is restoration. Secondly, slowing down increases your mindfulness. Slowing down increases your mindfulness. Why? Because it opens up space for your presence. It opens up space for presence to take place. And you have to understand this, that your presence is a present. Are you present enough for peace? Are you present enough for creativity? Are you present enough for God to hear God's guidance? Are you present enough for all of that to arise in your life? And too many of us, here's what we're doing. We're just stymieing and stifling ourselves because we just want to push through fatigue. We're tired, but we keep on pushing. We're tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired, but not going to get the rest so that we're not tired. And so, because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you wind up being sick because you are tired. Tired body is going to be an unhealthy body. A tired body is always going to be reaching for sweets and fatty foods, all of those things to satiate oneself because your body did not get the proper rest so that everything can now recalibrate your metabolism, your sleep hygiene, the rest in your body. And if anything, if your body is, if it's beyond just more than just your body getting rest, here's what the rest is for. The rest is for your mind. The rest is like turn on the windshield wipers and wiping away all the debris, all the dust, all the things that have collected in your brain, and it's giving you a new slate. You don't get that new slate if you keep going and going and going and going and bouncing around rather than allowing rest to wipe away what causes distress. Here it is, as we're in oftentimes different seasons of our life, seasons of our life, as we, yes, holiday time, all of those particular things. This is a time for us to slow down a little bit so that what we need in our life can speed up, so that we can accelerate into our purpose. So we're not doing permanent things with temporary people. So we're not just moving on good ideas, but not God ideas. Instead of pushing through the fatigue, here's the time to do it. Now is the time to surrender to rest. Rather than just pushing through fatigue all the time, surrender to rest. Surrender to the process. Scripture even said this. Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden." Labor, heavy laden. You're tired. You're fatigued. You're overworked. You're overcompensating. You need overflow. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. Here's what he said I'll do. I will give you rest. Because the rest is going to help you to progress. Be still and know that I am God. The stillness, the slowing down increases your mindfulness. It calls you to now remember, calls you to now be perceptive. It calls you to now change the way that you look at things so the things that you look at change. Because here's what happens. Your body heals in stillness. It's not when you're always on the go. Your body heals in stillness so that you can grow. And the growth is not always physical. Sometimes the growth is supernatural, it's spiritual, it's relational, it's psychological, it's financial growth, it's interpersonal growth, it's healing from the vestiges of your past. And you never experience that when you have bought into the deleterious mindset that the world has oftentimes entrapped you in, that you always have to be doing something. Here's the thing. Sometimes doing nothing is everything. Sometimes just sitting at home in quietness, not scrolling on your phone, not watching Netflix, not watching any sporting event, not even having the TV on. You're getting sensory rest because oftentimes we're stimulated, we're overstimulated. And so now silence becomes so loud for us because we don't know what to do if our phone is not in our hand. We don't know what to do if we're not flipping a channel, if there's not a remote control. We don't know what to do if there's not a phone, if there's not a remote control, and if there's not food in our hand, or even if you're not holding someone's hand. You've got to give yourself a reprieve with sensory rest so that you can tap into the greatness and also alleviate the stress. Last but not least, here's what I understand. You have to build boundaries for burnout. Oh, let me talk to you. There's so many people who are working a job, but you're not working the job. The job is working you. You're burnout. You're underpaid. You're underrested. You're overextended. You're overstressed. And life has you on the hamster's wheel. You literally find yourself in a rat race. And you're trying to outpace rest. You're trying to outpace the race. But the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but it's to the one who endures to the end. You cannot endure unless you rest. And if you don't rest, you're going to rust. If you don't rest, you'll rust. And here's the thing. Trust me on this. You'll never be able to accelerate into your purpose. Because you trust rust, you'll never get rest. You trust that you got to be doing this, that. You got to be here, you got to be there, you got to be everywhere. You have to set some healthy boundaries for yourself. You can't expect anybody else to adhere to your boundaries if you want to adhere to your own boundaries. Business has become a distraction for many of us. Business has become a distraction to divine restfulness. And here's what we have to make. We have to make rest a ritual. Stillness should give us structure. Presence should become an answered prayer. In order to do that, is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to free ourselves of the things that we've been holding on to. Imagine how much more can you receive that life has to offer if you stop holding on to what now holds you back. Got to let go of the overscheduling. We have to release the overloading. We have to release the overcompensating so that, here's what we can do, so that we can receive overflowing peace. We have to release what's overwhelming so that we can receive what's overflowing. This is your season for greater peace, for greater increase, for greater success. Here it is. The success begins in rest. I know you never heard that before. I know you never even hear anybody talk like that. We say success is dependent upon how hard you work, how productive you are, how busy you can be, where you can go, you uploading a certain amount of times online, you having your face in the place. But real success begins with rest. I want you to give yourself the gift of success. I want you to give yourself, here it is, the gift that keeps on giving. And that gift that keeps on giving is in a red box gold bow of rest. Are you willing to unpack it? Are you willing to give yourself the gift of it? Because here's the thing. When you now realign your life to rest, you realign your mind. You realign your soul and your spirit. You realign your attitude. So here's what you're not doing. You're not flying off the handle. You're not trying to give everybody a piece of your mind, only be left with just a piece of your mind, but no peace of mind. You're not going back and forth with everybody. You're not going out of business by being in everybody else's business. No, you've got peace that passes all understanding because you had rest as a result of it. Rest looks good on you. Won't keep being tired. Won't keep having tired conversations. Won't be surrounding yourself with tired people that you're tired of. No, you've retired from it. You've retired from all that mess. You've got rejuvenation through the power of rest. I want to show you how to rest in your purpose. I want to show you how to rest in success in a greater way than I'm sharing here today. And that takes place in our amazing Eagles Academy, is where you're able to close the gap between your ideas, your impact, your influence, and ultimately your income. You're able to be in a community with gifted leaders who understand that a win for you is a win for them too. They don't pride themselves on competition, but collaboration. I want you to join the most transformative online community on the World Wide Web. Don't matter where you are, you can tap in, you can connect with me there in an amazing community space. Yes, I teach, I coach, I train, I mentor, I do all of that. But the transformation is what you're going to be experiencing. The new lease on life, the greater success that you're stepping into, the greater levels of rest, the greatness of your relationships and building your business and manifesting your book. The transformation of what it is that you're going to experience is worth the investment that you make in yourself. I want you to make that investment even right now. Go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the enroll now button, fill out the form. No doubt about it, you're going to be transformed. Once again, theeaglesacademy.com. Fill out the form. I guarantee that you're going to be transformed. I know you're transformed by this conversation. Hopefully you can rest in it. Hopefully you can rest in the level of success. You're already a success because you were born. You're already a success because you're alive. I want you to rest in it. You're already a success because you're going to be the best and nothing less. I want you to sow into it. I want you to meet me from the level of this amazing conversation. I want you to send a love donation. You can do that on Cash App, $ Dr. Eddie Ministries. You can do that on Cash App. Your giving helps me to give in a greater way to the community. I really believe that service is the rent we pay for the space we occupy. I'm about giving back so that people can move forward. You can send that love gift to $ Dr. Eddie Ministries on PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, and then even on Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. Listen, I want you to go online to my page and look and see the impact that I'm making. Look and see the people. Look and see the people that are being helped, fed, served, blessed. I don't just say it. I got proof to show it. And I want you to participate in it. I want you to connect to it. I want you to sow into it. I want you to give a love donation in regard to it. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to give. People are going to be blessed because you are being a blessing. I appreciate you. That and so much more. I want you to follow me, connect with me on social media. Of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I've been growing your greatness. I'm going to grow our channel for change that creates change, that breaks chains. Follow me on all social sites at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. Let me know what you thought about the show. Family, just type rest. Type rest. You ain't going to rust. I want you to type that. You're going to rest. Sometimes you got to slow down so that you can accelerate. And hopefully you're accelerating even now. You know, we often say all gas, no brakes. Sometimes it's all right to hit the brake so you don't crash, so you don't do what you shouldn't even accelerate into. Rest. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know a brother got to run, so I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep resting and keep soaring higher.